This video is sponsored by Value Testers, where all prices are negotiable. Best online store for field piece, baccarat, and tester equipment. Special free 2-day shipping available on selected seasonal products. Link in description below. Alright guys, I got it on old crusty here. Let me shut it down. Put it up on some blocks so I can work on it. I did take the chain off it. I cut it off it. And I got some measurements on the chain. I'm just going to get another chain. They're not that much, like $40 or something. They buy you like 100 feet of it. I mean, it's cheap. I'm not going to play around with that. But I did take the other auger off. I got this thing to spin. What the problem was, this right here came up to here. And it came unwelded. So it was all full of dirt. And this outer sleeve goes all the way around. This is just like an inner sleeve that's just put on here. It goes from here and it went all the way around till like 9 o'clock. So I just cut it down a little bit so I was able to take the dirt out. Now it spins. Alright. What I gotta do on this cutting edge down the bottom down here, there's like a piece of angle iron that's on there that goes there and it goes across and it's notched out. And then this piece right here was just welded from here down to that angle iron. And you can see the holes. The big piece is notched in the back. I gotta take this piece off that goes right across. And what I'll probably do is I'll put some new metal all the way down, because this is heavy duty angle iron in the bottom here. I'll put some new metal. This side's a little bad, that side's bad, but I'll cut that right out and put a new piece of metal in, and then I'll put a new piece of metal down to that angle iron that's underneath there. But I had to get it up off the ground so I could work on it. I can't work on it on a pallet. So I got it on old crusty here, and I raised it up. It's up like 7 inches. That's enough. So I'm going to work on that bottom piece. I'll get a cutting edge for it. Redo that metal. This right here, from here to the top and from the bottom, this got whacked a little bit. So I might have to pull that back in with a come along or a chain fall or something. It's off a little bit here on the bottom. So that's probably why that auger fell off. Might have got hit right here hard. This is just backwards so I can get the chain off. So what I could do is I could pull that back in before I put the augers back on. It's going to be alright though. I got another one right over there where I could take measurements off if I have to. But it seems like they whacked it. They whacked them. That end got whacked out a little bit. So I can pull it back in. You can see the way this cutting edge is on this one. Don't look like that one's got any bolts in it. Oh yeah, it's got bolts in it. It's got double holes, it looks like. I could probably even make one. Oh, that's pretty thick. This one's got a lot of dirt in it. I like to take this cutting edge off, and I'm going to fix this one too after I'm done. Fix them both. But you can see the way this one's wide open in the back here, right? I'll show you the way this one's different. This one's different, the way the legs are and everything. I mean, it's all, look at this. Somebody got really whacked it. And I came in, I blew all this shit out with my hose in the air tool. See all the shit on the bottom there? I blew it all out real good. But I could patch that. I mean, that's not a big. I cut this isn't that thick. I cut this section out and put a new section right in there. You can see where I was whacking it. But you can see this is all one solid piece all the way down. So there was dirt behind there. Came unwelded right here. And it got filled with that dirt, like this stuff. So it was off quite a bit. There we go, mama. Steve is working again, y'all. Quite the unit. These things really are quite the units. This thing's got whacked here too. I'll probably have to see if I could Give that a good cattywampus. Hit that with a sledgehammer maybe. He'll come back. You don't know what the hell they hit with this shit. They might hit a fire hydrant, a tree, who the hell knows. Give this thing a good how you doing with my sledgehammer. A good how you doing with my sledgehammer. I'll straighten that right out. That bottom piece isn't that bad. We'll take care of that. I'll show you. I'll give you shots as I go after I cut that out and straighten it all out and put the new pieces. I want to get some measurements of where them holes are first. And that's just like that's not really a thick piece of metal right there. The bottom angle line is thick. And then this is just kind of tacked on there. And then it was tacked on the top. But they must have whacked it a good one. Must have ripped it off with the straight edge. With the cutting edge that was on there. So that just receives the cutting edge. You can see it's where the bolts go, and it's slotted out in the back so you can get the nut, a wrench behind there. But that's all going to come out. So I got the measurements for the chain. I got all the measurements for the chain. So I'll be able to determine what kind of chain it is. You can go right on Google and it can tell you exactly what type of chain it is. Probably a number 50, I'm thinking. I think it's a number 50 chain. But it's not that long. I'm thinking maybe 6 feet. This might be 6 feet long at the most. Well, I gotta get this this cover back on old Krusty here before it starts raining. Alright guys, we're looking at this roller chain, number 60 roller chain, 10 feet with a link. This is the price here, $27. I mean, it's not worth playing around with that old chain, trying to free it up and oil it and spray it down with lube, you know. Not for that price, brand new. $27 on eBay. Yeehaw. So just put a new chain on there. That's it. The number 60 roller chain, 10 feet long. I'll cut it to fit, and it's got a master link right there, and so she wrote, mama.